Hi, my name is Layla, and I'm the owner and founder of Top Financial Agency. In this video, I am going to talk to you about the importance of having a life plan. Now, to give you some background, I was widowed when my twins were only 11 and a half months old. But thank God that my husband and I did proper financial planning. And after he passed away, it was unexpected. He passed away in Hawaii. I was able to take a couple of years off of my business and grieve and really figure out my next stage in life and really figure out how to, raise twins all alone now as a single mom. But I think about all the widows and families that are left behind who didn't do proper financial planning. Their lives are completely different. So, first, I'm going to speak to you ladies, whether you're a single mom or if you're married, and if you have kids, especially, there's a lot of importance and a lot of reasons that you need to have life insurance. A lot of times, women think single or women that are stay at home moms and their husbands are the ones working think that they don't need any life insurance. Think about it like this: if you were to pass away, God forbid, and now your husband still has to work. Now he's got to raise the kids, he's got to feed the kids, he's got to clean the house, he's got to take the kids to all of the activities that you do if you're a stay-at-home mom. So just think about everything that you do for your kids. And if you were to walk out of life, now your husband has to do all of that. And on top of that, he's got to work. He's got to continue to work to pay the bills. It's going to be very difficult to do that. And how do I know? Because I'm doing both. I'm taking the role of a mom, but I'm also having to take the role of a man because I'm still running a business. I'm still the disciplinary. On top of that, I'm homeschooling my twins. I'm homeschooling them. So if there's so much value to you as a mom and as a stay-at-home mom and as a wife that you want to make sure that if God forbid anything happens to you, there's money that's left behind so that your husband can hire a nanny, hire some help, hire a housekeeper to clean the house so that he can take time off of work and now figure out how he's going to raise these kids on his own. So for you women, for you wives, for you moms, and especially if you're a single mom, okay? Now I'm going to talk to you single ladies, okay? Because now I'm a single mom and I have twins. So one of the first things that I had to do was to figure out if God forbid something happens to me, my daughters are going to be orphans. Who is going to take care of them? And will they have enough money now to take care of my twins? So after my husband passes away, I bought even more life insurance on me. I opened up a will and a trust. So that's another thing. If you don't have a will or a trust, I can help you with that. Just send me a DM and I can help you put one in place for your family. So, single moms, if you are a single woman and you're taking care of your kids and something happens to you, what is that life plan for the future of your children? Who's going to take care of your kids? And are you going to leave them with enough money to raise your kids until they're 18? And then past 18, is there a legacy that you're wanting to leave behind for those kids? So now I'm going to talk to the dads. Now, if you're a dad or a single dad and you're the moneymaker, or at least contributing half of the money of the household if your wife works for you, if you were to walk out of life, now you're leaving a wife behind with kids. If you're a single dad, you're leaving these kids alone. What's your life plan for your family? Are you going to leave your wife in a position to where she can take time off of work and grieve? Is she going to be able to buy a brand new house like I was able to do? Or are you leaving her in a position where she's going to have to move back in with her parents or live out of a hotel? What's going to happen? Now, you might say, well, I have retirement accounts. Okay, that's great. She'll probably have to pay taxes on those. Life insurance is tax-free money that'll go straight into her bank account. But on top of that, do you guys talk about your finances? Have you guys done a financial blueprint? And if you haven't done a financial blueprint, just go to Top Financial Agency on the homepage, and there's an area for you to enter information. You can get a blueprint, and you and your wife can sit together and figure out where your finances are and figure out if there's any financial gaps in there that need to be filled. Now, let's just say that you did have, I don't know, $1 million worth of life insurance on your life, and God forbid you walked out of life. Do you have a life plan to help your wife then figure out what to do with that money? How is she going to invest that money? Is she going to put it into indexed annuities? Is she just going to put it in the stock market? Is she going to buy a house? Is she going to plan for her kids' college? These are conversations that, as husband and wife with kids, or if you're single and you have a child, these are the types of things that you've got to think about and plan about. Now, here's some staggering statistics and things that you need to know. 60% of Americans can't cover their living expenses for even a month if they're to lose their income. About 70% of people who turn 65 years old today will need long term care in their lifetime. That means if they get a chronic, critical, or terminal illness, they're going to need money so they can pay their bills and pay their rent and not have to dip into their retirement. Medical expenses directly cause 66.5% of bankruptcies. So again, if you don't have a plan, a life plan in place to where if God forbid you have heart attack, cancer, or stroke, that there's money that you can count on to come in so that you can pay your mortgage, pay your bills, you're going to be dipping into your savings. You're going to be dipping into your retirement. And if you don't have enough retirement or savings to cover all of those expenses, that's when people become bankrupt. And you might say, well, I have health insurance or have Medicare. Listen, I also can sell health insurance and Medicare, but those things are not going to cover your mortgage. They're not going to cover your bills. If you have a heart attack and you need to take time off of work, the mortgage, the rent is still due. The bills are still due. And if you can't work, how are you going to pay for those things? Are you going to be dipping into your savings and your retirement? Or do you need a guaranteed money that you can count on to come in and take care of you and take care of your expenses in case something like that happens? So are you prepared if life were to throw you a curveball? So I'm going to talk about a basic life plan, okay? And so I'm going to be covering life insurance and how life insurance, I think, is the foundation of your life plan. And I'm going to break it up L-I-F-E. And I'm going to talk about different aspects of life insurance, whether it's permanent life insurance or term life insurance or whole life insurance. I mean, I just think that life insurance should be the foundation of our life plan. Even before you buy a mortgage, even before you start investing your money in the stock market or buying crypto or investing in things, you need a life plan. You need life insurance as a foundation of your life, because people think, well, I want to buy a home, so I'll get life insurance later. I mean, what happens if you pass away? What happens if you get the keys to your house and then you get in your car and you drive and then you get in a car accident and you never come home? You just left your family with a big old mortgage and a house that they now can't pay for because you didn't have life insurance, which is why I promote mortgage protection insurance. And you can find that on my website too, mortgage protection insurance. If you have a $500,000 home, you should at least have, at the bare minimum, a $500,000 term policy that will protect the life of that mortgage. So, number one, when you're talking about life insurance, you're talking about permanent life insurance, it has liquidity, meaning that I want you to picture your permanent life insurance like this. There's two buckets of money. In this bucket of money, let's say you have $1 million of life insurance of death benefit protection. $1 million. So if God forbid you pass away, this $1 million goes to your family tax free. Now, if you get a heart attack, cancer, stroke, terminal illness, chronic, critical illness, critical injury, now it all depends on the carrier. you have access to this $1 million while you're alive to pay for bills, pay for rent. Now, this is not to be confused with long-term care, which acts differently. Living benefits, as long as you qualify, you have access to the money, whether it's a lump sum or monthly payments. Okay. Now, the other bucket of money is cash value that's growing. Cash value grows in whole life policies and it grows in indexed universal life policies. Now, this money that's growing in your cash value, you can access also tax free because you're drawing against it, you're using it as a loan, and loans you don't have to pay taxes on. So, L for liquidity, okay? But this is really only for permanent life insurance, not term life insurance. Although with some term life insurances, they also have living benefits, meaning that you won't get this bucket of money. You're not going to get the cash value, but in this bucket of money, if you pass away, it goes to your family. If you're sick, you could use it while you're alive. Okay. I is for indexing. So again, with permanent life insurance, it's mirroring the stock market, but the money isn't directly inside of the stock market. So you get the ups, you get the gains of the market without any of the losses. So that is how this bucket of money is growing. The cash value is growing. It's indexing the market. It's not in there. It's capturing some of the gains, but it's eliminating all of the losses. Now, F, financial security in case of illness, disability, and death, as well as access to income during emergencies. So, with your different life insurance plans, like I already mentioned, you've got the living benefits, chronic critical terminal illness. You don't have to dip into savings. You don't have to dip into retirement. If you get a permanent policy or a whole life policy, IULs typically have higher gains and tend to be a little bit cheaper than a whole life policy. But hey, I can offer it all. It just depends on what you need. You have access to that. You have access to that in case of emergency. Or when you think about college plan for kids, depending on when you buy your policy. I got policies for my daughters when they were 4 months old. They're going to have enough cash value, over $1 million worth of income tax free cash value by the time they're 65. And that's only in their life insurances. They also have indexed annuities. So my daughters are financially set. Why? Because a proper life plan. I put a proper life plan in place, and you can do that for your children as well. And E, eliminate loss. So your cash value that I'm talking here is safe from stock market volatility. When the market goes up, you can get some gains. And when the market crashes, you don't lose anything. So this eliminating complete loss also works with indexed annuities. So this life plan gives you a guarantee. It gives you the potential for tax-free gains. And it really gives you peace of mind that you have put together a life plan, that you've done proper financial planning for your family. Now, if you'd like some more information, please head over to topfinancialagency.com. You can enter your information in one of the forms, or you can DM me here, or you can also reach out to me on my social media, my Instagram or Facebook. It's all under the same name, topfinancialagency.com. Thanks so much, and you have a great day.